the electrical tools within AutoCAD MEP, I can keep all the information of my design within one file and quickly flip between what I want to see at any given time. For example, I'm showing my lighting plan now, and in a click I can show back to my power plan. I can also start to lay out my systems very quickly as well. If I want to add a power duplex, I just need to go to the properties and make sure that my system information is correct, that this is yes going to my power system, and I can say that I want to lay this out by a quantity around a space or a distance. I'm going to say I want a quantity and I want 7 in this space, and notice that as I move my cursor it's spacing these objects evenly within this space. If I came back to my properties and now say that I want 5 in the space, and come into here, notice that it's again going to allow me to place these. Now if I click, I can still then later move objects on an individual basis. Once I take this information, I can assign these to particular circuits. By selecting these objects, going to their properties, I can say that they are now on power panel 1. And these objects are going to also be on power panel 1. Now that I have assigned these objects to those particular panels, if I were to come up to my circuiting information, to my circuit manager, this is controlling all of the information within my drawing. If I go to power panel 1, you can see that this information, there's 5 devices, there's 7 devices, those have automatically been added to my drawing. I can use the information within this file to see if I'm overloading any particular circuit. If I create this exact same object, and I'm going to make a copy of a lot of them, so the software now assumes that all these objects are still on that same circuit. If I go back to my circuit manager and back to my power panel, well, I have not yet overloaded that particular circuit, so let's try this one more time. We'll copy those down. And there you can now see that on my power panel that circuit has been overloaded and is now showing in a red state. Use the tools within AutoCAD MEP Electrical to set up my lighting plans. Now that I have created this particular object, I can go to my lighting tool and create these objects one at a time in this space. And as I use the tools, I can use similar AutoCAD functions such as my O-tracking to help keep objects nice and aligned, as well as I can use similar AutoCAD functions such as a simple copy from one point to another. And then I can finish up by adding these last objects. Now that these objects have been created, I can use the tool here to tag these objects appropriately. If I switch to my annotation and use my light fixture tag, if I tag one object, it's going to prompt me how I would like this numbered. So I can come down to my mark area, and currently this one has been assigned to L-1 for its mark value, and it has been tagged, but I can also have it do these multiple, and I actually want to tag all of these objects. Notice that I have selected this emergency light fixture as well. When I hit OK, it's going to prompt me how I would like these tagged. And if I say that this is L1 and hit OK, notice it numbers all of these that are the same object, that same type, but it realizes this is a different object and gives it a different tag. I'm going to lastly tag these next ones. And continue with my drawing by adding in a panel schedule. So as you saw earlier, I can take and intelligently circuit these objects back to the panel, and once all those have been circuited back, I can use my panel schedule tool to quickly generate a panel schedule from any of the drawings or any of the panels in the drawing file. Once this object is created, I can place it to the side and examine how my circuits are laid out on my schedule.